Look, I've been thinking about nothing else since yesterday. If you want to do this, I can help. I could be the donor.
Hello, my name is Carly Dalgleish. I am the Membership Director for My Surrogacy Journey. Today we are going to be looking at the episode where Jacob offers to be a sperm donor for Sarah in Emmerdale. Before we dive in, if you could please like, subscribe and ring the notification bell, that would be amazing. Thank you.
I miss her so much. I start to text her sometimes. How mad is that?
So this episode starts with Jacob visiting his mum's grave. She died recently in a car accident. Sarah and Jacob have been friends for a really long time, in and out of a relationship, so they have a really, really long-standing relationship and friendship.
It's not mad at all.
How are you feeling about everything? You still worried? Unsure?
I know I want to have a baby, but there's just lots to think about. And with using an anonymous sperm donor, I'll be a single parent, and not that I'm planning on dying anytime soon, but...
You got loads of family?
I know, but it's not the same as a mum or dad, is it? I mean,
Sarah starts to open up about her emotional struggles with recently being diagnosed and treated for cervical cancer. She starts to explore anonymous donation in the UK and opens up about the struggles that's involved with anonymous donation. She opens up about exploring this with her family, and this is where then the conversation opens up from Jacob about offering to be a sperm donor.
what it's like.
Look, I've been thinking about nothing else since yesterday. If you want to do this, I can help. I could be the donor. Even if it's just to bog off.
I'm just thinking, that's all. I don't really know how to feel about it.
Just seems like a good solution. You know what kind of a bloke I am, we're good mates. I just want things to be easy for you. Because everything else you're going through is so hard.
Yeah, but what exactly are you saying? Like, how would it work? Do you want to co-parent? Because like you said, we're not a couple.
I wouldn't be doing this for me. Or because I want a kid. And I'd only be involved as much as you want. No more. And this is about you and what you need.
Yeah, and what about your life, Jacob? Because this would massively complicate it. Like, for instance, in the future.
So David's offer to be a known donor for Sarah comes with no strings. So he is offering to co-parent. So he's offering to co-parent, but he's just saying, I will be your donor. I will do this for you. David's a really mature person. He's a doctor. He works in a hospital. He's a really good friend to Sarah. But Sarah's obviously questioning his offer. What does this mean? What does this mean for you? Like, are you going to be able to cope with just being a donor and not being involved? Like, have you really thought about this? She's really thinking of the emotional impact of Jacob's offer. Like, have you thought about this, Jacob? Let's have more of a conversation about this.
Future, when you meet someone, you'd have a child. They might not like that.
Yeah, but loads of people do that. They have to accept it. And if they were funny about it, well, then it shows they're not for me.
Oh, it's just so huge.
I know. But I meant it. And I'm not going anywhere. Neither are you, of course, but I would always be here for them.
Look, I'm not being ungrateful, but it's just a lot to think about for both of us.
I know my own mind, Sarah. But you don't have to decide now.
I kind of do. Right, I'll message you later, yeah?
Hiya.
Sarah's really reluctant to take up his offer. but Jacob knows what he wants. Jacob's been there throughout Sarah's cancer treatment, through her past treatments, and all the way through her recovery from cancer. So Jacob's been there at every part of Sarah's journey, so Jacob knows what he wants. Obviously, this has really set Sarah back because she didn't expect Jacob to be offering to be a sperm donor. So Sarah's worried about his intentions of, do you know what you're offering, Jacob? Are you serious about this offer? Do you know what this means? So she's not just jumping at his offer because this is something that really means the world to her and this is something that she wants. So she's really thinking about the emotional impact of this offer.
I read your website. Oh, sorry. Was it about your cancer?
No, it was a sperm donation clinic.
So how does it all work then? Do they send it in the post?
No, I go to a clinic and they sort it.
Yeah, of course, sorry. I don't need all the deets. So, let's talk donors. Wish list. Good looking, smart, not necessarily in that order. Good genes.
Healthy, kind, loyal. Like Jacob. He's offered to be the sperm donor.
What?
But he is one of my best mates and I've known him for years.
Yeah, I get that. Just a bit weirded out. I only came in for the Mediterranean Panina.
And with Jacob, he's sensible, mature, and like me, he's had to grow up fast. He's one of the good guys.
Innit? Could he be any more annoying?
She's now talking to one of her other friends in the cafe, and he's asking about her kind of criteria in a donor. And she's reading off all of these criteria that she would want within her donor. And actually, she's come to the conclusion that this is Jacob. All of her criteria that she would want: someone kind, someone with morals, someone with high values, someone who's intelligent and, mature. This is Jacob. So she's actually come to the conclusion that all of her criteria that she would want within this donor is standing there right in front of her.
Fair play to him, though. Stepping up. He's a better man than I am.
Yeah, I suppose my kid could do a lot worse. I didn't mean you.
I know. But Jacob is the best man for the job.
Do you really mean that?
Yeah, of course. I mean, now that you've explained it, it makes perfect sense. You wouldn't want a random, would you? You need a top bloke. Like Jacob. Right?
Free refill?
Oh, do you do that now?
No. So pay for another or study at home.
I think it's really important for people to have that emotional support from friends and family, especially when you're making donor decisions. It's one of the most important decisions you're ever going to make in your life. What's important to you when considering a donor? What is your donor criteria, whether that is anonymous or known? And having that emotional support, having that scaffolding around you, whether that be somebody known to you that is it the right decision? Are they offering to become a donor for you? Are their intentions real? Are they doing it for the right reasons? Whether that be yes or whether that be actually, we know this person, but it might not be right. That is absolutely fine. But if their intentions are to become your donor and you've known this person for a very long time, make sure you have that emotional support and you've all sought counselling or you've sought emotional support from family and friends before embarking on that decision, because it's huge, it's life-changing, and it's, like I said, it's one of the most biggest decisions you're going to make. In this storyline, Sarah spoke to her friends. I don't think she spoke to her family at this point around Jacob's offer. I think she does it later on in one of the episodes. But you'll notice from her family that they have barriers up around Jacob's intentions and his offer. And they have to delve into that and have conversations, deep conversations around his intentions and his offer. And that's okay, because as family and as friends, they want to support you as people and as the intended parents, because it's such a big decision. So emotional support is so important, and also understanding the legalities of the consents around donation as well.
Hey. Look, I just wanted to say I'm sorry about earlier. I hadn't even considered using someone I know as a donor and it just threw me.
No worries. Look, if I overstepped...
No, hardly. You stepped up. Just something someone said to me. Look, are you absolutely sure? Because this is a huge commitment. And you really believe we could make it work?
I know we can do this.
Right, okay then. And you're totally fine with us not being equal parents, because this is my baby and we're not a couple.
Hey, listen, I told you I'm not after that. This is your baby and I'll support you, but, and we're just good mates.
My baby. I love that. And thank you.
So hang on, what, are we actually going to do this?
Yeah, we're actually going to do this.
So just to finish the episode, this is where Sarah has accepted Jacob's offer, and she has just reiterated the fact that this is her baby. It is a gift, that amazing gift that Jacob's offering to be the sperm donor, but it comes with no strings. They aren't a couple, and he is just donating his sperm for her to create embryos and hopefully conceive and, have her amazing gift of a child. So it's important that that's all documented down on intention agreements. You all understand the legalities of a known donation and all of the consents and the law within the UK before you then embark on the rest of your journey. Just going back to Sarah and her criteria for a donor, she listed Jacob's features and his intelligence. He's a doctor, he's got a really good degree. When you're thinking about your criteria for a donor, be that egg or sperm, always think about what's important to you, and everybody's criteria is different. It might not be the features that's important to you. It might not be the degree level that's important to you, and everybody's journey is different. Before embarking on any IVF journey, my advice to you would be to ensure that you understand the law within the UK and the rights around all of the consents, to have emotional support counselling, and to have conversations with family and friends and understand the journey ahead and what you are going to be going through. Visit the hospitals, visits the clinics, have talks with your close friends, and just ensure that you do choose the right donor, because as I said, this is the biggest decision that you're going to make within your journey, within your family building journey. So it's really important that you are all informed and that you make the right decisions moving forward. If you enjoy watching this video, please do not hesitate to get in touch. Our website is below. Please also like, subscribe and ring the notification bell. I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.